as fast as we can. His comments that the church needs to move away from its obsession with contraception and gay marriage. You're watching Live in Paris. So in Germany, where Angela Merkel is bidding for a third term as Chancellor this weekend, polls put her centre-right coalition neck and neck with its rivals on the left ahead of Sunday's election. Merkel still predicted to emerge victorious, however, with support for her allies in the Free Democrats. Waning makeup of an eventual coalition has had the pundits scratching their heads. More, we can talk to Stefan Simons, who's the Paris correspondent for Germany's Der Spiegel newspaper. Thank you very much for joining us. We were talking to our Berlin correspondent Jessica Staus just now, who described the mood in Germany ahead of this election as apathetic. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it is. It's been a very quiet and just at the end, this election campaign took a little bit of speed. And besides that, it was very much characterized by personalities rather than the subject.
And in terms of the issues which are dominating, Merkel has been saying it's effectively going to be more of the same, namely me and...
Babysit my grandson because my daughter had...
Objectively speaking, that's true. But I mean,
This shoe first appeared in 1993.
It was developed 20 years ago. What are the secrets of this classic ASICS shoe, the leader of all the shoes that ASICS markets? The shoe's superb mechanisms allow runners to run with stability and comfort.
Well, this is our philosophy.
Symbolizing this idea are these intriguing components made of gel. They're arranged to optimally absorb shock and made of an incredible material.
Well, you put grooves here.
These 3 grooves redirect force and help reduce any instability.
We call this Duomax.
What are the structural secrets that so greatly enhance stability? Join us on a 30-minute discovery-filled journey. In this episode, we'll expose all the secrets behind the latest model of ASICS' widely popular, long-selling series of running shoes. In the true Basu spirit. This is where it all started, the ASICS Research Institute of Sports Science in Western Japan. This is the main facility for research and development of ASICS' wide array of sporting goods, particularly its running shoes. To see how a shoe changes shape when running, this motion graphic simulator is used. There's also a device that measures how much pressure is put on the shoe's sole. ASICS has been developing its products with high-tech equipment and scientific know-how. Jogging towards us is the man who will expose the inner workings of the Gal Kayano 19.
Well, nice to meet you. My name is Kayano.
Toshikazu Kayano, the manager of the ASICS Design Center, is also the father of the Gal Kayano series. He designed the first Gal Kayano shoe 20 years ago. When the shoe was being developed, his name was added as a sort of code name. With plans for worldwide marketing, and the idea that products with Japanese names have great reputations overseas, they decided to keep the name. After 20 years, the name continues to be used. Now it's time to barasu, to expose the shoe itself.
Okay, let's get right to it and take apart the shoe. But the parts of this shoe are stuck together with extremely strong glue, so the shoe can't really be taken apart. That's why I brought this special shoe with all the pieces not glued together yet. I'll explain using them.
A running shoe is made up of these three main components. Let's start first with the outer sole.
By putting grooves here, the sole becomes very flexible, lessening distortion from impact.
Though they look similar, the toe and heel of the sole are made of rubber with different degrees of firmness.
The toe of the sole is sponge-like. It's made with foam rubber. The heel is much harder. It's made of vulcanized rubber.
The heel touches the ground first, and it receives a force that's 3 times the weight of the body. If it were too soft, it would wear down in a month. Next, let's take apart the midsole. The midsole is made of 3 materials. They each have a different function.
In the middle of midsole, there's a part right here called the trustic. It's made from very hard resin.
This urethane rubber is made from resin. It's the hardest part of the sole. It functions as the frame for the sole, and it gives the shoe stability.
The orange material you can see here is what we call gel.
Asics is so proud of this gel material, it added it to the name of the shoe. Here's a look at it from the inside. There are 3 gel parts, each with their own particular shape. This amazing material is what makes this shoe special. First, let's look at where the gel fits. The function of the midsole is to absorb shock. It's mostly made of this spongy material. It's a material originally developed by Asics called Solite. Solite makes the midsole about half as light as any other midsole. But it's not only light, it has great tensile strength, elasticity, resilience, and shock-absorbing qualities. It's stronger than any materials previously used. The name Solite has these 3 meanings. As the lightest shock-absorbing material used for making running shoes, the name captures its functions well. And here's what we've all been waiting for.
The gel is the most pliant material used in the midsole section. It functions as a support material to buffer any impact.
This gel is a unique silicone material that's highly effective for buffering shocks.